with the article. Something a little, with a lot of excitement. You know how it's all right.
Well, this dance hall racket might interest you.
Dance hall racket.
Welcome back, my haunted souls, to another day of the Hauntober Diaries, where every day is filled with a little bit of Halloween, a little bit of life, a little bit of spooky, and today, you guys. So over on my Instagram channel, I asked you guys, I opened up a question poll for an Ask Me Anything. I know I always love watching people answer these, so I always want to do them, but sometimes I don't get a lot of questions, so I actually had to run it twice so I could get enough questions to make this into a video. So with that being said, I've got my coffee ready, so get yourself a coffee, a little witch's brew, a little bit of anything. I got my questions over here on my phone, and let's dive into this thing. So with that being said, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you hang out with us because we're spilling tea, coffee, especially if the cat sticks their head in it like it did right before I started filming, and I wanted to take that cat down, okay? We don't share coffee here. The kittens are driving me nuts. Anyways, let's dive into it. So we're gonna start off with this one. Besides Halloween, what is my favorite holiday? So that's a hard one. So as somebody who likes to theme out everyday life so that every day and every second is a little bit more magical, as we did Shark Week, we were doing butterflies for a while here at home because I homeschool, but if I had to pick, a lot of people always put up Halloween next to Christmas. I don't feel that that's right in its right place. Or if you guys see the meme, it's oh, one has to go. It's Thanksgiving. Let's get Thanksgiving out of here. But honestly, I feel like the only other holiday that I go really hard for as a household, as a family, because we're a multi-generational home, is Easter. I wouldn't necessarily say it is my a favorite holiday, but I love all of the spring decor that comes out during that time, all of the bunnies. I'm a big fan of bunnies decor, all of the cottagecore, the soft springy stuff. That is the only other season that I get really excited for decor hunting and decorating, just because it vibes with me, not necessarily the holiday as a whole. All right, I've had to cut through this question already. I've given my kids multiple times that I'm filming right now, and we've already had to stop 6 times. So I'm gonna wrap that up because I keep losing my thought every time I have to get up and chop this. Easter is my second favorite holiday besides Halloween because of the spring decor, because of the spring, because of the equinox, because I love it. It's when we start planting our seeds and stuff. It just feels like the only other mark of the year. It's that really, really speaks to me as a whole. What's it like living in Massachusetts? It's frankly the best, okay? I only ever lived in Vermont other than Massachusetts. For a little while when Lev and I started our relationship out, I moved with him. So I was up in Vermont, so I've never really lived anywhere except in New England, but this is my childhood home where I live. This is where I grew up. It's amazing. I'm probably one of the only people that doesn't actually complain about living in Massachusetts when you live in Massachusetts, and if you live in Massachusetts, it's kind of a prerequisite to complain about Massachusetts. We got our potholes, the roads, but we do have a lot of Dunkin'. We have more Dunkies and dispensaries than we have churches, which is always really funny. I can tell you exactly where my favorite Dunkies is. It's a New England, I want to say it's a Massachusetts, but it kind of trickles down into other New England. We've got Boston, okay? It's pretty freaking awesome. I do love it. We definitely do get all 4 seasons, sometimes in one day, like this morning. Absolutely freezing, and it's gonna get so warm. But I love living here. Are you a witch? Simply yes. Yes, I am a practicing witch. We practice as a family. I don't just do the aesthetic. That's a very simple one for me to answer. Yes. Yes, all around. Aesthetically, yes. Religious. Can I help you? Oh my god. Can I help you over there? Plain and simple, yes, I'm a witch. I've always said that I was. Oh no. Baby. Okay. Which one of you asked that? Okay, this is a good one. Wait, can you guys hear the cat? I don't think you can hear her purring on me. I had to get her out of the window. If you didn't do content creation, homesteading, stay-at-home mom, what job might you have done? Okay, so this is a little bit of a hard one because I always wanted to have a career as an artist. I did study fine arts and photography, painting, went to school for that. So my goal was ideally to work somewhere in a creative field always. There never really was another. So if I wasn't in the position that I was, my contingency plan, which is what I called it, my alternative, if my butterfly effect went somewhere else, my entire life of structure of what I've done has been built around my life and my growth with Lev. If you guys didn't know, Lev is my partner. We've been together for a third of our lives at this point. So mainly my adult goals have been built with him. If I never got with him, if my butterfly effects went somewhere else, I would more than likely be living in Boston with my now, oh, this is a little, I don't know if I want to go into this one. We're gonna just, I'm spilling the tea with my now, with my best friend, who, if you guys are a longtime viewer, you know that he passed away over a year and a half ago from an overdose. So that was my life contingency plan. He was my high school sweetheart, and so we had, when we were graduating, we had planned out a life together, and then we ended up breaking up when we started college because our lives were going in different paths. But had that not happened, I don't know where I would be. But honestly, okay, it's too early in the season for me to cry on camera for you guys. Oh, I don't know why that got me emotional today. Normally I'm okay with talking about this. Also, I just realized I didn't put lipstick on, so if I have like floating dead lips, it's gonna be funny. Okay. I never really had a plan other than doing what I do now. So I don't know where I would be. I just kind of wanted to be an artist or a creative from the beginning, from the get-go. It was just like always what called to me. For the longest time as a child, I wanted to be a fashion designer and work on designing costumes for movies. I wrote a huge paper about how I wanted to design costumes and work on set with Tim Burton when I was 11. Oh, that's crazy. Honestly, I feel like I achieved that now more than if I actually did, like with the photos and the content that I create. Here's a fun fall themed one. Okay, what am I looking forward to most this season? Okay, just living in it. This year specifically, I gotta sit up a little bit more. This year specifically, I found myself really evaluating life. I mean, if you guys watched my video where I was like, guys, where the podcast went, then you'll know that I really have spent this year evaluating what matters most to me, and living in the moment is a huge thing. So just actually enjoying it rather than going from point A to point B to activity to activity. I'm not gonna lie though, I think the thing that I'm most excited for is on Friday. So you'll see this today. I'm gonna actually edit this and put this up. It's Tuesday, October 8th. On Friday this week, I'm going back to Haunted Overload, and I'm going with Lev this year. He's going to meet us up there because he's actually working really close to it. If you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel or you need a reminder, Lev and I live separately during the week. Lev lives out in Boston now, and I live here at home because I like the environment we're in. I like the town we live in. I like being able to let the kids play outside. I love the way our schedule works. But so that's where that is. But we're going to Haunted Overload on Friday, and I'm so excited for that. If you guys didn't see that, I will put it down here, or I'll put it up here. I'll put it somewhere. I think it's like the tagged video, Haunted Overload, last year's vlog from Vlogtober. Oh, it is, I lack the words to describe how amazing that place is. It is just, it's something else. All right, I got another, what are you most excited to do different this spooky season? I guess that goes back to what I did differently this year for this spooky season, which would be I really evaluated what I wanted to do rather than trying to like pump out doing activity after activity. what I'm doing differently this year is actually living in the moment versus just creating for you guys to see, because I'm still a person. And my kids are bigger and we're actually enjoying things together. We are re-putting on our giant pumpkin party this year, so that's a family event. Actually, I messaged the members. If you guys, I'm gonna plug the membership right now, guys. It's basically it's YouTube's version of Patreon. We have a Discord in tier 3. We hang out. I was like, why do you guys all have to live so far away? You're my best friends. I really want to invite you to this party and they can't come because we're spread out all over the place. I love it. I know the first time I asked this round of questions, I got, what was my last 5-star read? So I have to pull up the details on that, because the last 5-star read I read was #ThightGap. And so if you guys aren't familiar with the type of books that I read a lot of horror and splatterpunk. I did spend a whole week reading cozy romance novels, which you guys, I might do a video on. Just like, I literally spent the whole week reading books that aren't my type. But my last 5-star read was #ThightGap by Chandler Morrison. It is part of my Dark Library collection, and I'll read the book description on Goodreads for you guys. Don't read with the lights on. This is My Dark Library, a collection of novellas curated by Sadie Mother Horror Hartman to represent her favorite themes, tropes, and subgenres into horror fiction today. Book 2, #ThightGap by Chandler Morrison. Los Angeles fashion model Helen Troy wasn't always skinny. Drastic weight loss has given her everything: money, confidence, attention, respect. Being thin has legitimized her, and starvation has become an addiction. Follow an encounter with a seemingly perfect rival model who destabilizes Helen's shaky self-confidence and shatters her fragile illusion of control. She's sent into a tragic tailspin that will take her to the lowest depths of hell. Nightmarish versions of herself begin materializing in mirrors, and her tried and true coping mechanisms stop working. Reality comes apart at the seams as Helen's disease manifests in increasingly self-destruction fashion, forcing herself to ask herself, what does perfection look like, and how much would you sacrifice to obtain it? So as somebody who... So this is very much body horror. This is very much eating disorders. This is very, very triggering. Read the triggers. But this was my last 5-star read. This was a descent into madness in what felt like a very relatable sense to me as somebody who suffered with an eating disorder in the past. I'm pretty open about that. It's a very weird thing. But the way it was written just really... I was upset in a lot of points, but I loved it. So that was the last 5-star read that I read. Let me just double check, because I don't think the big master list that I have, my spreadsheet is on my computer, and I'm not gonna go get it because it's not set up here. I just have my phone. Yeah, nothing else I've read since then has hit a 5-star, and I read that last month in September. Yeah, middle of September, about a month ago. It's very short. It's 119 pages, but it is heavy. One of the other questions I know I got in the last time, I don't have the screenshot because it came in after the fact, was I Team Edward or Team Jacob? If I have to tell you guys what team I'm on, I don't know if you know me. I don't know if we're friends, because you guys should know, hands down, I'm Team Edward. Always had been. Always have been. I probably have it upstairs. I have a t-shirt that my friends made us for one of the premieres that say Team Edward to go and watch the movie theaters. Sorry, to go and watch the movies in the movie theaters. I can't talk. It's so early. I need more coffee. Always. Also, tit soak. If you know, you know. To the sewers. Okay? We'll leave it there, my fellow ratties. Another question I get asked a lot is about homeschooling the kids, and while I try to share as much as possible, what I do with the kids is like what my normal routine is. It's very, very organic. Obviously, I'm content creating, but a lot of what we focus on is through just like free play and exploration. We use a lot of workbooks. We do a lot of things online. I do use Blossom and Roots curriculum And again, a lot of it is the unschooling style. So once Ryden shows an interest in it, we stop like whatever we had planned and we just go as hard as we can into something that he has interest in. Ryden can tell you a lot of nautical history. If you guys have had the pleasure of meeting Ryden, you will exactly know what he loves in that moment because he will tell you the details of everything. Also, that we work on a lot of like engineering and exploring world histories and things like that. A lot of what we do is art-based, and just one of the things that I've noticed recently is my kids are able to entertain themselves while a lot of other children, I don't want to nag on other people's parenting or their choices because that's not what I want to do. But recently we went somewhere where we were with a lot of kids with different backgrounds and lifestyle. Like they're in public school, okay? We'll just say they're public school kids. They were bored. They could not entertain themselves. They're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Meanwhile, Ryden and Aurora were literally jumping off of rocks doing ninja warriors and trying to get the other kids to play with them. They're like, let's adventure, let's do this, let's play in the dirt. My kids have an appreciation for still playing in the dirt and just like the art of playing, the imaginative aspects of it. They still play imagination. Ryden will be 10, and what we've noticed when we go to other like events where there's other kids that aren't homeschooled, I'm gonna say this, there is a lot of lack of imagination. And I don't know how to say that without being like, it's very weird. I never like to like put anybody up head to head. That's the whole reason why I decided to homeschool my kids, was because my kids are individuals, and to put them up in a situation where they're being compared en masse to others is not fair. It doesn't create a healthy growth, in my opinion, especially in the way the world is going. But there's a reason this is why I don't talk about it often, because again, I don't like to compare others. Like, I don't like to compare myself as a creator to other creators and what they're doing in their growth and how they decide to do something, because there's reasons we all do the things we do. And so homeschooling was that. I think that's where we're gonna end this video. We've answered quite a few questions. I love doing these Ask Me Anythings. I really love answering random questions. Sometimes you guys send me really silly things, like what team, what Twilight team am I on? Oh, gonna laugh at that some more. Anyways, so with that being said, my ghouly little friends, the people who have found me, my crafters, my witchy, my feral mamas, my I don't know who you are, whoever you are who have found me and you've watched this video, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. You subscribe. I have no idea if I just said that. My thoughts are already out the window. And make sure you come back tomorrow for another video. Tomorrow's video is actually going to be the book club I go to in Salem. We read Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch, which we also read for the Ghouls Who Read book club, which is the book club I host during the month of September. So I hope you enjoy. If you've been waiting for what I thought about that, me and Mom both read that book, and then we went and we actually hung out with Cody. Amazing time. I love Cody so much. She is such a joy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.